the Presentation Brothers College and the St. Joseph's Convent St. George's Choirs presents Voices Lifted in Hope.
Everybody shouting.
An uplifting, inspiring experience featuring the joint choir for the first time in youthful exuberance, along with students from other secondary schools across Grenada. Join us on April 18th at the Grenada Trade Center, starting from 7 p.m. Adults pay $40, students pay $20, and VIP for $80. Voices Lifted in Hope. Come out and support the nation's youth as they showcase their talent. April 18th at the Grenada Trade Center. Do not miss this.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph, and welcome to Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, a proposal by Reform UK to deny visas to citizens of countries seeking slavery reparations from the United Kingdom has sparked concern across the Caribbean. Chairman of the Grenada Reparations Committee, Arlie Gill, described the proposal as an attempt to discourage the global push for reparatory justice. CARICOM's reparations efforts is guided by a 10-point plan, which includes calls for formal apologies, debt relief, and development support. Advocates maintain the movement is rooted in justice and international law, not politics, even as debate grows over how countries like the United Kingdom will respond. The Division of Culture Grenada continues its two-day voice and dance workshop in Carriacou today as part of preparations for the Festival of the Arts, which takes place later this year. Today's session will be led by Mrs. Naida Noel, Acting Artistic Director of the Conception Dance Theatre, who brings over 12 years of experience as a dance instructor. The workshop will focus on foundational elements of modern and traditional dance for primary and secondary school educators. The session will be held at the Ariza Conference Room from 8:30 a.m. this morning. Officials say the workshops are aimed at strengthening skills ahead of the Festival of the Arts, which runs from September to December 2026. And finally, in the local scene, the Grenada Bureau of Standards is advising the public not to consume good brain tonic following a recall over possible botulism contamination. Botulism is a serious and potentially fatal form of food poisoning. Symptoms include weakness, dizziness, difficulty breathing, and trouble speaking or swallowing. Anyone experiencing these symptoms is urged to seek immediate medical attention. That brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. In the region, Jamaica's Energy and Transport Minister Daryl Vaz is warning Jamaicans to brace for higher fuel prices as global oil costs continue to rise. He says conservation measures, including possible work-from-home arrangements, are being considered. At the same time, Vaz says Jamaica is exploring offshore oil potential near St. Thomas following early signs of hydrocarbons from a recent survey. While encouraged, he notes that drilling could still be years away and will require significant investment and approvals. Kamla Persad-Bissessar has criticized CARICOM leadership, saying no regional foreign minister has defended her foreign affairs minister Sean Sobers in the controversy over the reappointment of Secretary General Carla Barnett. Persad-Bissessar accused the organization of lacking transparency and described its operations as dysfunctional, while calling for accountability and reform. She says Trinidad and Tobago remains committed to CARICOM but will continue to pursue the matter publicly. Now, looking further afield, President Donald Trump says the United States and Iran are very close to a deal, with talks possibly resuming this weekend. This comes as a fragile 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon takes effect following heavy cross-border strikes. Israel says troops will remain in a security zone in southern Lebanon, warning residents not to return. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom and France will co-chair talks on navigation security in the Strait of Hormuz later today. Finally, on the international front, the United States has eased sanctions on Venezuela's central bank, allowing it to resume limited transactions in US dollars and re-enter the global financial system. The measure is temporary and do not fully lift sanctions, but the move is part of improving ties with the interim government led by Delcy Rodriguez. Officials say the change could help Venezuela access oil revenues, while authorities in Caracas continue to push for a complete removal of sanctions. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sports highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Grenada's senior women's football team will face Bermuda on Saturday, April 18th, at the Dame Flora Duffy National Sports Center in Bermuda. This encounter will be the final match of the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. Currently third in the group, the team will be aiming to have a back-to-back wins after a 3-1 victory over the Cayman Islands last Tuesday. And finally, the Caribbean Premier League will bowl off its 2026 season on August 7th, with St. Vincent and the Grenadines hosting matches for the first time. 3 games will be played at Arnos Vale Stadium from August 7th to 9th as part of an expanded tournament featuring 7 teams across 8 host countries. The competition runs until September 20th. That's the sports, but I just want to query, what would it take for us to have a CPL matches in Grenada? We've got lights at our stadium now. Just something for consideration. And that's the sports. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Something big is coming. On April 10th, freedom takes center stage. Are you ready to live free? It all begins April 10th.
The latest weather forecast. We now join forecaster Jonathan Price at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Jonathan, all that I'm seeing outside are the signs of the rain season. I saw what we call the Ramier this morning. What's going on?
So we have upper level jet that's driving quite a bit of moisture over us and is producing quite a lot of high level and mid level clouds. So that's why outside is looking a little bit cloudy right now.
Okay. All right. So let's get the current forecast, the weather forecast now.
Right. So good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the public forecast for Grenada, Carrier, and Petit Martinique, Val for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, breezy, and slightly hazy, becoming cloudy at times with occasional isolated showers. Today's max will be 30 degrees Celsius, with winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 30 to 23 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate to slightly rough, with waves 6 to 8 feet and northeasterly to easterly swells. Hence, a marine advisory is in effect. Low tide will be at 10 a.m. and high tide at 4 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:19 and sunrise at 5:53. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, breezy, and slightly hazy, becoming cloudy at times with occasional isolated showers. From the forecast at Skyline Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great weekend.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. You have a great weekend. Likewise, you and your entire team. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
It's 30 seconds on to 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Reparations campaign undeterred by a UK visa proposal, and the Cultural Division hosts arts workshops in Carriacou. In the region, we have the Jamaica Conference fuel prices hikes as offshore oil prospects emerge. Internationally, Donald Trump signals Iran deal as Middle East ceasefire takes hold. And in sports, we wish our Spice Girls all the best as the Grenada women seek a strong finish in Bermuda in the final women's CONCACAF qualifiers. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, the 17th day of April 2026. On behalf of the entire news department and everyone who made this newscast possible, I'd like to say thank you for viewing and listening. And to Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM, thank you for sharing your time with us. I want you to have a great day, a safe weekend, get enough rest, and be positive always. Have a good day now, everybody.
Backed by the Heatwave Band with
Sunday, April 19, all roads lead to Progress Park in St. Andrew as Cash Frenzy presents Rides and Rolls. You can win 2 Suzuki Ignis, 2 cars, and $50,000 rolls of cash. Your ticket $60 for one, $100 for two. Bingo time 5 p.m. So get there early. Your DJs, DJ Taz, DJ John Boy, and hosted by Shortleg. All taking place at Progress Park in St. Andrew. $50,000 cash and 2 Suzuki Ignis. Sunday, April 19th. Progress Park in St. Andrew. Come win yourself some cash and drive in fine style.
when the day's done. There's only one place to be, Jump It Up. April 25th and 26th, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive. It's the Classic Lighting Communal Credit Union Invitational Games, the final showdown. Come witness all clubs battle for glory one last time. Gather your posse, take your stand, and jump up for Bankers Association, Hubbards, DG-Cell, Huggins, Grenlec, Nawasa, Prisons, Police, Busmen, and Flow. This is rivalry. This is passion. This is Grenada on fire. April 25th and 26th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Don't miss it.
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offenses.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
As we look ahead to 2026, we're committed to elevating Grenada's presence on the global stage. Our integrated tactical focus includes media relations, travel trade engagement, sales activation, and digital campaigns. These efforts are designed to ensure visibility and establish leadership in our niche pillar marketing. We invite you to join us on this journey by supporting our initiatives and sharing the beauty of our Tri-Island state with the world. Together, we can make 2026 a year of growth and success for our islands. Whether you're a local stakeholder, a travel enthusiast, or someone who simply loves Grenada, your involvement is crucial to our success. Thank you for your continued support. Let's make 2026 a year to remember.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prices. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet.
All right, folks, it's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Sarge, good morning.
Pleasant morning to you and also to your listeners as well. It is always a pleasure. It is a Friday, and we know it's the start of the weekend. So we want to let persons know as we get ready to head on out, as they get ready to head on out to the streets, to let them know what is happening as it is to traffic. Please, we want to let persons know already that traffic already in movement, and we do have a moderately flowing traffic in most of the areas throughout the tri-island states of Grenada, Carriacou, and Sweetie Martinique in most of the areas. So persons must be mindful of that already as they head on out to the various destinations. So far, most of the areas, as we stated, moderately flowing traffic. So definitely we already would expect heavier flow of traffic this morning. As we know, traffic on Fridays normally would be heavier as we anticipate the weekend. And so far we do have some footage, but looking at the area, so then definitely we do have drone footage this morning as we have a closer look at the area of the town of St. George's. And we see here that they look at street roundabout. Here, the traffic is moderately flowing. That St. Paul's Road is not that heavy, but we're seeing here that it is flowing nicely as well. So as we take a closer look, heading down onto Lucas Street, so Lucas Street moderately nicely flowing, no obstruction, no accident in that area. So definitely we're seeing here that we're seeing free movement of traffic in most of the areas. Woolwich Road flowing nicely, Lucas Street, even Old Fort, and that traffic is flowing smoothly in most of the areas. As we take a closer look over to the Western Corridor, let's see what's happening as to the traffic is there. But while we wait for that traffic there, I just want to dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, and we had a total of 14 minor accidents, and I will repeat that, 14 minor accidents. And they are as follows. Traffic headquarters had a total of 3 minor, St. Paul's 1, Grand Ride 2, Wharf 2, Traffic Grenville 2, and the South St. George 5 minor. It seems that the south of the island was rather busy with accidents yesterday. So, again, I want to appeal to drivers to continue to drive safely. And I appeal to you, it is your responsibility while you step behind the wheel to be focused, be ready, and able to maneuver that vehicle and do it properly and head on to your destination. But here we're seeing that we had a number of accidents yesterday, and it doubles from the day before. So drivers, we want to appeal again and again and again. There's consequences for accidents. Be mindful of that. So we're seeing as we dive right back over the Western Corridor, it was rather quiet this morning coming from Cherry Hill side. That's vehicles that's coming up from the western direction, rather quiet. So as we take a closer look, vehicles coming from the Grenada direction as well, it is rather quiet as well on that side. So most of the areas that we stated are moderately flowing traffic at this moment. For Friday, especially coming out from those areas. So persons who are traveling along those areas can do so with a sense of easement this morning. At this particular time, we know that the traffic situation can change at any given time. We do anticipate a heavier flow of traffic this morning. We do not have any cruise ship in our port. We will not have any cruise ship in our port today, so it's a plus for the motoring public, especially heading to the town of St. George and most of the hotspot areas where persons normally travel. So that is a plus for the motoring public. In addition to that, we do have one funeral that will be taking place in the Boulder area sometime this afternoon, about 1. So persons, before persons who are heading up from to and from the Grenada direction, Boulder area, will definitely see maybe a slight obstruction as relates to traffic once that funeral is over. So, and we just want to advise persons as well. Remember, the now State G-Cruise project continues along the Boulder Public Road, so definitely we'd expect some traffic delay along that direction as well. As we dive right back into the traffic, and we're seeing here that most of the areas moderately flowing. We had a look at Tempe flowing nicely. We had a look at but now we're back to the canteen about the old Lucas Street, and we saw a slight increase in the movement of traffic coming out from that direction. And definitely, as I said, we definitely going to have, I look forward to a little build up of traffic as it relates to the Motor Republic on this morning as we traverse along that area. So most of the areas surrounding traffic moderately, with the exception of traffic coming from the Lucas Street roundabout and the Calvini Public Road. So definitely we see what is happening already for the morning. And we know as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, we definitely would have a change in and have a little bit more traffic congestion. But as we are show persons, we definitely will have officers deployed to assist in the regulating of that traffic in most of the areas where we do experience that bottleneck. The drivers that we want to appeal again to you to drive safely along the nation's road. You heard it this morning. We let you know for those persons who are viewing. You saw where most of the areas are. So tell somebody, especially who is heading to those areas, what to expect. And we'll definitely be on our merry way and get to our destination safely and on time. For those persons, if you have not left home as yet, please do so. You will definitely be late. And you know what happens in the world of work when persons get to work late. So as we try to wrap things up this morning, that's all that I have for us related to the traffic. Anything from you?
Definitely. I'm wondering, right? Because I'm seeing a proliferation of materials dropping from trucks' backs. All right, and I'm wondering what actions the police can take as it relates to ensuring that trucks that are carrying gravels and sand and other materials, I know in other territories they are usually covered. It is mandatory that they covered. I don't know if that can be done here as well, because ever so often, I can't remember exactly where, but somewhere traversing this morning, there was a set of gravel that fell from a truck on the road, and that is so prone to creating accidents. So I don't know what steps the police through its traffic department, or whether it's the legislative arm of the police. I don't know.
So while we're there, there is an offense here committed, which we refer to as spillage. So drivers of trucks and pickups and so forth, once they have a load, it's supposed to be covered and covered properly so as to not spill your load, whether or not it is sand, gravel, or whatever aggregate that you are carrying there as a load. And definitely, once it is not covered, they can, and we've charged persons for that, failing to cover their load, as I stated, whether it's gravel, sand, mud, aggregate, or whatever it is, as to avoid spillage along the nation's road. It is dangerous, especially when those aggregates fall along the public road. It creates a hazard, and it can be one that can be detrimental to the motoring public, especially the motorcycle and cycle riders along the street, and even for the regular vehicles, because remember, once these loose objects become on the road surface, you do not get any traction as it relates to applying your brakes once you do so, and it definitely will cause multiple accidents, and we know the end results can even lead to road fatalities.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I hate it when we have to, everything has to be enforced by the police and so forth. I just wish that truck owners and drivers, just do the right thing. I don't want to come across as though I have something, but I've seen the dangers of it, so if drivers and owners just become a little more conscientious and say, listen, let's do it right, so then when we see a police vehicle behind or in front of us, we don't have to be worried. You understand? That's just the approach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we want persons to do the right thing. So truck drivers, I am not begging you to cover your load, because once you cut, you will be charged for the offense of failing to cover your whatever it is. But again, we want to be at the dangers and so forth. We're looking at it this morning, and we know what it can cause. So it is your responsibility, whether or not you're coming from the port, you're coming from the quarry, or wherever you're heading, please cover your load.
Thank you very much, Sarge. Have a great weekend. Get some rest, because life is lifing.
Absolutely. So again, we want to ask the question. We do ask every morning. I realize we forget to ask the question.
Yeah, a couple mornings. Yeah, if you're texting or doing anything else while you are supposed to be manning that vehicle that you're supposed to be driving, then
who's driving?
Who's driving? Who's driving? That's the question. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And may God keep us strong and healthy so that we can do this again on Monday.
Absolutely. Have a good one as well.
Okay. Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got former cricketer and chairman of the selection panel of the Grenada Cricket Association, Mr. Steve Mahon. He's here to promote the Grenada Masters Cricket Festival, which comes up in a while. We take a quick break. We'll be back after that.
Right Choice Promotion presents Lyrics and Laughter, the ultimate pre-Mother's Day show. It's coming to the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday, May the 3rd from 5 p.m. Get ready for an evening of non-stop comedy, sweet Caribbean vibes, and pure entertainment. From Trinidad and Tobago, the funniest man in the region, Errol Fabian.
She said not even my shoes. I said no.
Humorous Calypsonians, Trinidad Rio.
Going back to basics.
And the Calypso princess herself, Kareen Ashton from the Spice Isles. 2 decades of legend, Randy Isaac, Little Reds, plus local comedy king, Robert White, Dillian Walters, Fat Man George, and Kareem Alexis. Delivering lyrical mastery, 11-time Calypso Monarch scholar. All backed by the Heatwave Band. With special musical treats from Lyndon Langdon on sax and Jelani Moses on violin. It's lyrics, it's laughter, it's music, it's vibes. Tickets just $75. Available now at gotofed.com and other outlets island-wide. Treat mom, treat your partner, treat yourself. Lyrics and laughter. Sunday, May the 3rd, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Don't miss it.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game. They're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The Ministry of Agriculture's investment of approximately $1 million in pineapple production is taking shape. The investment is set to significantly reduce Grenada's dependence on imported pineapples, as well as to lengthen the availability of the fruit throughout the year. Over 70,000 pineapple plantlets were introduced to local farmers from September 2025, with 48 large-scale farmers cultivating between 1,000 to 1,500 plantlets, while several small-scale farmers had the opportunity to plant quantities of 300 or 500 plantlets. The project also engaged farmers in 15,000 plantains and over 20,000 banana plantlets. 2 nurseries were also established at the Maribor and Grambras estate and 1 in Carriacou for the purpose of supplying planting material to farmers for the expansion of the project. Subsequent planting at different months of the year, in combination with artificial flower induction, will contribute to further extension of the availability of fresh fruit, expected to hit the market by December of this year. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, enhancing Grenada's food and nutrition security.
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's 24 minutes onto after 7 o'clock, that is. And as I told you, I've got with me a former cricketer. He is also a former chairman of the selection panel, the Grenada Cricket Association. And as he told me, even for Windwards, he's my good friend from way back when. I haven't seen him quite a while. I told him when I saw him this morning, I said, I noticed you're born here, but you ain't grow here, because he's bald-headed. But nonetheless, Mr. Steve Mohan is in the building. Good morning, bro. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good
I haven't
morning,
seen you in ages, man.
Right, man. Very nice seeing you again. And good morning to the viewing public of Grenada, Carriacou, and Martinique.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. How have you been, though? How's cricket?
I've been doing well. Just recently, I'm more involved in Masters cricket.
Right.
Around the island, we have a team that we go around and play friendly games.
Right.
I also still, I spent 20 years as a coach in the Ministry of Sports. I'm now retired, but I still go to a few primary schools to do the West Indies girls program.
Okay. So that's under the ministries?
No, that's under the Grenada Cricket Association.
Okay. I mean, it kind of bothers me a bit when I see young people like you talking about you retire. What you retire to? Retirement is not for people of our complexion. When we retire, we die. You understand? We work smarter, we work less, but we keep working.
I still work.
Yeah. It's in our genes. You understand? But nonetheless, tell us, what is the Pure Grenada Masters Cricket Festival? Because it's about to come on.
Right. The Pure Masters Cricket Festival is basically an over 50 tournament, which I put a committee together. And we decided that, look, we want to continue and enhance sports tourism in Grenada. That's the main purpose of the tournament.
Right, yeah.
It's all about sports tourism. So I did send out, about a year ago, a little less, I did send out some invitation to some teams. I have good friends around the Caribbean at that age group, which Masters, they involve in Masters, and I sent out some invitation and got good response. For this year, 4 teams have confirmed they are coming to Grenada to participate.
Okay.
Outside.
Wow, that's good.
Yes. We have a West Indies Masters team. They're made up of Caribbean people they live in Canada. Some of them live in the United States, and some of the other Caribbean islands. They are coming in as a West Indies Masters team. We have Amos from Barbados. They are coming in as well. We have Sosodike from Guyana. They are coming in as well. And we have Monroe Road from Trinidad and Tobago. they are coming.
Wow, that's awesome. I am happy to see that the Grenada Tourism Authority is getting involved into this sort of sporting events, because sports tourism is big business.
Oh yes, very much so. In fact, when we decided, we made a decision, yes, we'll have it. I went to them.
Right.
And as soon as we sat down, it wasn't even 5 minutes into the conversation, the meeting, they was ready, up for it and ready. They saw the importance of it. So as I said, and they're really on board. That's why its name. We name it Pure Grenada.
Yeah. Everything with GTA is pure. Good morning, my dear Miss Stacy Liebert and your entire team, Miss Charles and Miss Holder and everybody. Good morning. I really appreciate the work that you all are doing. Your efforts. The efforts are being felt in the communities. Before when we hear tourism, we think it's a town business.
Yeah, sure.
But now you can find the impact of the tourism initiatives throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. They just had the Lambi and so forth festival in Carriacou and so forth. Yes. So kudos, yeah. Now, how does having the cricket legends like yourself? All right, I know my cousin Stalin Roman would be playing. I hope so. He could play still.
He's injured.
He's injured?
Yes.
In his mind. Yeah, but how does, having legends like yourself coming out from so-called retirement to play, how does that impact the cricketing audience and so forth?
Right. Masters cricket, let me say. We see it very important that we continue to play. We continue to visit, go to the community, and there's a lot of interest in that cricket at that age group as well, as I may say, and some of the players, they're very close to the younger players. They try to help them, as much as they can. In fact, in conversation, what I do, I've been involved in that maybe for the past 20 years, sports tourism. Because when I was at the ministry, I was responsible for sports tourism. And I was involved in working along with the tour operators out of England and locally to bring, I show you in the past, that all the English schools and county teams and
so you were instrumental in that?
I work along. I was the one working along with the tour operators to bring them to Grenada. In fact, maybe about 15 years ago, we had over 50 tournaments in Grenada. We had teams from England, Canada, and Trinidad. That was the start of the thing. So I just wanted to bring it back and make it a big event in Grenada, annual event as well, going forward.
Okay. Now, what has the public feedback been like since you started that initiative?
Well, a lot of people are very excited about it. Some people are optimistic. They're saying, they like to see 65-year-old people play cricket. How good they are.
You have to be win ball.
No, it's leather ball.
You can't put a 65-year-old man to go and battle leather ball.
Believe it or not, you might pass on them. Some of the guys are still quite good. We even have Grenadians, because we have 2 teams from Grenada. Spice L1 and Spice L2.
Is the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell involved in any of the teams? And
no,
he's an ardent cricketer.
No, he's not.
Okay.
We have some ex-national cricketers, like people like Clyde Teller's-Ford, Raymond Duncan, John Sylvester, Sholan Francois, and a number of other local guys who played either for the parish or the clubs. We have players from we put 2 teams together. So we have players from St. Mark's, St. David's, St. Andrews, St. George's, and we put them together to make 2 teams.
Wow.
But what we find happening, everybody's calling and say, Mr. Mohan or the other members of the committee, can we get on a team? But we could only have 15 per team. And to be honest, maybe over almost close to 35-40 persons have interest in want to play.
Okay.
But as we say, a team is made up of 15 players. Yeah. Some of our guys want to get on.
Okay. And having said that, right, based on the level of interest that you're seeing, what would you say is the state of cricket in Grenada? I know you are associated with the Grenada Cricket Association one way or the other, whether it's past or present, but you know you're a cricket fanatic, you know the game, you've taught it. What would you say is the state of cricket in Grenada, which is going to lead me into the next question I would ask? But answer that one first.
Okay. As you know, the interest in cricket throughout the Caribbean, let I say that, among young people has been, on the down. But the Grenada Cricket Association, they are trying. They're trying very hard to get back, get the kids back, to love, to get to like the game and have the passion for the game. That's why they partner with Grenlec and the West Indies Cricket Board to have the girls program, school program.
All right.
So, they have other programs that they get involved in to trying to start from under 15 and try to get back, the schools and maybe the clubs and the villages interested. And they are working hard trying to try to get the kids back into the interest, they love, the passion, trying to get them back into cricket.
As it relates to cricketers, do you think we still have promising cricketers
in Grenada?
In Grenada?
Oh yes. I mean, if you the under-19 tournament is going on now.
We have a youngster that just made his debut the other day and he did well on his first match.
Yes.
What's his name again? Bob or something? Bob, I think.
Yeah, there's Bob. There's a young guy named Hile.
Yeah.
As well, off spinner. He's been taking some wickets. I think they're on today as well. They have the game. They have a game today. But you have whenever you look at the kids, they have some good talent. We just have to walk along with them and help them, give them the encouragement and the support.
Okay.
And I think,
Right, so now the follow-up question to that. Cricket, West Indies cricket on a whole, you've been around cricket for all your life, you can see that. Are you satisfied with West Indies cricket currently? Don't be a hypocrite and say yes.
No, I wouldn't. We have a lot, we have a long way to go. I think the West Indies board have to put measures in place to get back cricket, the interest into the game and the love into the game. We have, as I said, we have talented players around the Caribbean. Whenever you look at the regional 4-day tournament going on now, and we had a number of centuries,
right,
for the past couple of days. But we have to help the guys. I don't know. They have to sit down and really work out.
If you were Chris Daring, right, or the gentleman, the politician in St. Vincent,
Shallow.
Yeah, Kishore Shallow.
Yes.
If you were one of these guys or held their position, what measures would you have put in place to resuscitate cricket in West Indies? Because it's painful. My grandmother, may God rest her soul in peace, she was a cricket lover. All right, and it's through her I got into cricket,
Yes.
But it's painful now to look at West Indies cricketers play.
One of the major problems that are facing the West Indies Cricket Board is finance. Right? I've been reading a show, listening recently. They're really struggling for cash.
But why?
I'm not sure if it's lack of sponsorship or, we've been struggling the board has been struggling for cash, and they're unable to maybe do certain things what they want to do. Look for this year, they scaled along the 4-day tournament, and they have each team just playing each other 3 times, and they work out a format whereby the top teams will go through and play the semi-finals and finals. So I think one of the major
is sponsorship.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, but then again, we have to be realistic and fair. Corporate entities would want to align themselves with certain measures of success or promise
on a good product.
So you would have to meet the sponsors halfway. You understand? Show us that you're ready to transform the game, and then we'll pump them, because businesses pump money into other things that have promise.
Oh yes.
But who would want to pump money into something that is dying? Except you part of the happy hour.
Yeah, no one would want to do that.
That's the point.
No one.
That's the point. So I don't know. And then we have this situation where, and again, because of, as you said, maybe that's the reason, lack of funding, or players, they go to the franchises where they are paid big money, and then they perform better.
Yes.
So they're performing based on how they pay.
Yes. It's all about players looking at the future,
which is right, but it's a sort of deviation from what we know as West Indies cricketers. You know, in the days of Gary Sobers and Vivian Richards and those guys, they played for the passion and the pride.
Sure.
There wasn't the big monies at the time, but they were delivering. But now, I mean, yeah, it's right to look for your future. But again, there has to be some measure of patriotism and so forth.
That's a very good word you used there. I know. Maybe the players will have to answer that one.
look at what's happening with Nicholas Pooran now. You know what I'm saying? You know, in any case, that's a different story. So, nonetheless, could you give us a sort of rundown as to when the Pure Masters starts?
All right. It starts on Monday, 20th, and it goes for the entire week. The final should be played on Saturday.
Monday coming.
So it's 1 week. 1 week. The team start arriving tomorrow. You have the team from Barbados, they are coming tomorrow. The one from Canada, West Indies combined, they coming in on Sunday. The Trinidadians are coming on Sunday, and the Guyanese comes in on Monday morning at 8:10. Now we have a whole week of cricket. The schedule have already been done. We do up the schedule, the fixtures, and we had to make changes because some of the teams say, look, Mr. Mahan, we want to, the schedule is tight, but we want to visit St. George's, we want to go on the beach, we want to spend some time.
I think 1 week is not enough. I would have thought a month. Spread it out.
Going forward, we'll extend it. We'll extend the time so the teams could have time they can go around the island, visit some of our sites, historic sites and stuff. And that's all part of the plan going forward. It's the first year, and we can only, we'll try to.
And the tournament is being run under the auspices of the Cricket Association, the Grenada Cricket Association?
No, it's a committee.
Okay, right. A specialized committee.
Yeah, specialized committee, Grenada Masters Cricket.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I want to applaud you and your committee for the effort. And again, kudos to the Grenada Tourism Authority, Ms. Liebert, and your team.
Very much so.
Are there any other sponsors on board?
Yeah, we have a few sponsors. We have National Lottery on board. We have St. George's University. We have Coca-Cola.
Right.
We have IG Supermarket. We have Country Code.
Wow.
We have Hubbard's is hoping that
they'll get on board.
They'll get on board.
The mere fact that you mentioned it, they go sign up.
Yes, they are thing, and I think most of them see the importance of it. As I say, it's all about sports tourism.
Okay.
Right, and it's all about Grenada. It's not about Steve Mohan or the committee, and it's all about
promoting Grenada as the prime Caribbean destination
for sports tourism. And going forward, we're looking next year double the teams.
Right.
We have 4 this year, 4 in team. We want to have maybe 8 next year.
Okay.
That's the way. Because a number of other people have got in contact with me and they said, Mr. Mohan, they heard about it, they know it's a bit too late. Give them early notice next year, invitation, and they'll make arrangements to come.
Okay. Well, Mr. Mahan, I want to wish you and your committee all the best. I know the event is going to do well. The name of it alone is enough to pull the crowds. And in the final analysis, Grenada will get the exposure.
Sure.
And that's exactly what we want. So,
sure.
All the best in the event. And if there's anything that we here at the GBN can do to make it even better, don't be afraid to ask. Me casa es su casa.
Sure.
All right.
I guess your GBN could always, during the week, come down, take some
we'll try to get that organized.
Yes,
definitely.
Have some interviews with some of the players.
And
stuff, and hear their view of it. And
We'll see what we can do.
All right, sir.
All right.
Then.
Okay, so folks, that's it for the first segment of the conversation this morning. I've been speaking there with Mr. Steve Mahan, inviting us all to be a part of the Pure Grenada Masters Cricket Festival, which starts from Monday. We take a quick break. When we come back, we talk bingo. Don't you go anywhere.
something big is coming. On April 10th, freedom takes center stage. Are you ready to live free? It all begins April 10th.
St. David's! Blaze done, no! It's been a while, and now we're back in a big way! How big? We're talking $40,000 in cash money bingo big! And it's all going down Saturday, April 18th, inside Mall Mount, Plainfield. Get your tickets now, only $35 for one, or $60 for two. Make it a date. Mall Mount, Plainfield, Saturday, April 18th. St. David's, we're back! Blaze done, no!
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prices. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
Sunday, April 19, all roads lead to Progress Park in St. Andrew as Cash Frenzy presents Rides and Rolls. You can win 2 Suzuki Ignis, 2 cars, and $50,000 rolls of cash. Your ticket $60 for one, $100 for two. Bingo time 5 p.m. So get there early. Your DJs, DJ Taz, DJ John Boy, and hosted by Shortleg. All taking place at Progress Park in St. Andrew. $50,000 cash and 2 Suzuki Ignis. Sunday, April 19th. Progress Park in St. Andrew. Come win yourself some cash and drive in fine style.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock, as I told you. Again, I want to thank the folks from the Grenada Tourism Authority and Mr. Mahan. But I also told you that we're talking money when we come back. There's a big bingo going on this Sunday inside of Progress Park. I'm hearing about it. I want to, not both, but I want one of the cars and half of the money.
Wow.
So here to talk about it is Jesman and Asha. Good morning, lady and gentleman.
Good morning to you.
Jester.
What's it, Jesman?
You say Jesman.
Well, you say McDonald College boys, Jesman Prince and Jester Charles, right?
No, Noel.
Noel, right, yeah. You were in Taylor's house, all right?
No, I was in Nyack, which is now Glynn.
Oh, they changed green.
Yeah.
Green for.
They changed it from Nyack to Glynn.
G for green, G for Glynn.
Yes.
Oh, after Mr. Glynn, right?
Yeah, after Mr. Neville.
Well,
Glynn,
that's justifiable. Yeah, I agree with that change. Yeah. So, right, we're here to talk. We've got a few minutes, and we're here to talk about this big bingo that you all have coming up this Sunday. Tell us about it.
Well, that is being put on by Cash Frenzy.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Who get that name, Asha?
No, it's not me. My sister.
Your sister?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about Cash Frenzy.
Cash Frenzy, they started off the bingo in like 2016.
Mm-hmm. Started off small.
Yeah, they started off small.
Like everything else.
Doing, downtown Sauters, where they operate Tipsy bar and restaurant, and they you might know that place, Innocent. It's down at the mall. Mm-hmm. And started off with $10,000, and so they started growing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What we must also note is that Cash Frenzy held the biggest bingo ever recorded here in Grenada.
How much was it?
200,000.
When was that?
That was like, was it about 2 years ago?
2024.
200,000. Oh, yeah.
$200,000. That was played at the River Sally playing field.
I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we one of the things that we're seeing nowadays, right? Usually, as a little boy growing up, you listen on the radio and you had a bingo card, you bought your bingo tickets, and my grandfather and them would be scratching and.
Yes, yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, and I remember once my grandfather was like, shucks, I missed it by 5. But that was a lot. You understand? But to him, after all these numbers, and he missed it only jackpot only by 5, that was a win for him. But nowadays we're seeing people are incorporating other things into bingo. Yeah. Like now cars.
Yeah. Yes.
So in your bingo on Sunday you have 2 Ignis.
Yeah.
And what, $50,000 cash?
$50,000 in cash.
That's a lot of bingo, Yeah. And it's in Progress Park. What response have you all been getting so far?
Well, I believe the response are very, very good. Because when you're doing this promotion, the posters, the flyers all around, the bossmen and them have it all around. So and the thing is, Cash Frenzy, they have a reputation of delivering on the promise. They never failed in whatever they had promised to pay.
in the past.
So that
is one.
Deliver.
Yeah.
Always.
That sounds like a political tagline.
Always. No political. Always deliver.
It's just the harsh reality.
It sounds like a political tagline. We always deliver.
Always deliver.
Yeah.
But let me ask this: have there ever been instances of bingo where certain prizes are promised and then at the end it's reduced also? Yeah.
No, we never had that before.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it happened with other
people.
Promotions.
All right, other promotions. Okay.
But
with Cash Frenzy,
never.
The name says it all.
Yes.
Yeah, the name says it all. Okay, so right, and the vehicles, are they brand new? Or?
Yes.
Wow, that's That how much for tickets?
Tickets, it's 60 for one, 100 for two. So it's more profitable
to buy two.
On economic. Yeah,
that's the catch. Yes. That's the catch.
Yeah.
I like that. But I mean, could you imagine you paying $60 for a ticket and winning a car, or up to $50,000 in cash? I mean, what more could you ask for? And this is only April. We get these things sometime in December.
You understand?
This is only April.
The thing is, Innocent, and if you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. And you just never know when your luck can strike.
Yeah.
I have seen people who are down and out and came to bingo and won, and that tears of joy, came to their eye because,
like
exactly.
Okay. As it relates to tickets, tickets would only be sold on the day, or people can buy tickets in advance?
No, only the day.
Only the day.
Yeah, we start at 3. We're gonna start selling tickets at 3.
At Progress Park.
Yeah, the bingo itself starts at 5.
Well, which leaves a 2 hours gap. So what happens in the 2 hours? I know nowadays bingo is like Soca Monarch. You just have
a big social event. Where sometimes people you didn't meet in a very long while. You come in at the bingo and then you happen to meet up with them. You have a drink together before the bingo starts, and it's a nice camaraderie that exists among bingo fans.
What sort of entertainment we have within that time? Within the bingo, because even while the bingo is going on, while you break from one game to a next, you might hype the crowd a bit and get them into it, and with the 2 beers in the head, some might say, I think I'll buy another 4 tickets, So what, you have any live performance and so forth?
No, but what I can tell you is that the music, Innocent, I've been to a number of bingos, and the type of music, especially the music from yesteryears, and the people are just soak it in and really enjoy it. I mean, you really don't need to have no artist and thing in the bingo.
Right.
I'm telling you,
just the music.
Yeah, just the music that really
puts you in a mellow mood.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
But Innocent, here I would like to urge people at the same time, when they come to bingo, they should pay particular attention in marking the card, because you have some people that actually wins the bingo all by themselves, but because they wasn't paying particular attention, and they win on the number that call out, and then because they wasn't paying particular attention, somebody else come and
they win on the number after.
That's so bingo is a thing you need to take it on very seriously when you are playing it, because you can miss out if you're not paying particular attention, and when you should be winning for yourself, you'll find out
okay. So folks, hear that? All right, bingo tips: monitor your card, jollificate, but monitor your card.
Correct.
When B12 calls now, and then I-17 calls next, the person who gets I-17 shouldn't win together with you because B12 called first.
Yes, and Innocent, that happened to a number of people already. I know that for a fact.
You want to know a secret? In all my life, from all this time that bingo has been going on, I went to visit a bingo, or not participate. Another entity had a bingo in St. Progress Park.
Okay.
And that would have been about 2012 thereabout. And I was living in the area, so I walked there and I looked at it. But what I can tell you is, even the bingo is winning, you're winning, but the socializing was more evident.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I do.
So it's difficult to mark your cards properly that time. You're deep in a conversation and what's my number call?
Yeah, so I think when you take a break, you have that time to really enjoy yourself, enjoy the music. You could go and refresh yourself. But when the game start, you should be putting all into
the serious business.
So marking your card.
The tickets will be start selling at 3 o'clock.
Yes, that's right.
What time do you think the bingo itself will conclude?
That bingo may go up just about after 11 minutes to 12 thereabout.
So we could safely say shutdown time is 12?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, that sounds like an entire evening of fun.
Yeah, and the next thing is that ticket sales are continuous.
Throughout.
So it's not like there is anytime you appear, you can purchase.
If you have more, while sales available while stock lasts.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Well, I want to wish Cash Frenzy. I like the name.
Yeah, Cash Frenzy.
This is our organization.
I love the name too.
Yeah. It's a likable name.
Yeah. Cash Frenzy.
Yeah.
When you hear about cash, we're talking money.
Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is. Let me ask you, do you have any other bingos planned in the not too distant future? Anything on the drawing board?
Well, it's always ongoing, but the brainchild behind it was Shandy, and she would know exactly what she's working with.
And where's Shandy?
No, Shandy couldn't make it.
Yeah,
she couldn't make it. That's why I'm appearing on her behalf.
Okay. Yeah, Shandy is the one to make. She's the one behind the wheel. The wheel.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to come in front of the bumper. Well, again, I want to wish you all the best. Anything you thought we left out that you'd like to add before we pull the wrap?
Well, Sen, before I leave here, what I would like to encourage the whole of Grenada to turn out in the numbers, because as I say, you just never know when your luck will strike, and it could leave you with $10,000 better off, in a better off position in your lifetime.
As you said that, you prompt me to another question. How will the bingo be disbursed? How many games?
They will be having some. They usually start with some $2,000 game.
Normally we have like 5 1,000, 5 2,000, and then
you up it. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when it's time for the cars now, that's a separate thing.
Yes.
Okay. I guess the
last 2 games gonna be the car.
Be for the cars.
Wow. Okay. I want the car ticket.
So as I say, anytime you appear there, once before the bingo ends, you can purchase a ticket and give yourself a chance.
It's never too late. Once you're in the bingo, and tickets are still available, you still have the opportunity to buy.
That's correct.
Jester and Asha, thanks for sharing with us on behalf of Cash Frenzy, and I wish you all the best. In these difficult times, it's good to see citizens coming forward, pooling resources to make the lives of others better, because everybody could be a winner.
That's correct. In ending, Innocent, let me take the opportunity to wish our listeners and viewers a pleasant day and a nice weekend, and looking forward to see them at Progress Park come Sunday, God's will.
Let me ask you a question. You're still on the radio? You're trying to, I know what you're trying to do, you're trying to promote yourself for the management to say, hey, no, but he sung better than you, Innocent. Go home, we're going to take him. Don't try that yet. Nonetheless, bro. And folks, let me tell you this. He's an old McDonald college boy like myself. So
tell him I was your head prefect, man.
Yeah, definitely. And he was a very stern guy. And Asha, all the best. All right, all the best with the bingo. Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. We really appreciate you staying with us, and if the good Lord spare lives, we'll do this again on Monday. The BBC is up next. Don't you go anywhere.